Hi, Emma interrupting your regularly scheduled Emma Novella content just to let you know that she has no idea what she's doing, because this video is going to be way too long and she's trying to figure out how to make it short, but then she just keeps blabbering, so bear with her. Enjoy. Hi everyone! Okay, this video has been long awaited, and you guys probably won't believe it's happening because I don't believe it's happening, and I am here right now living it. We all know I am the queen of book hauls. I bought 70 books one month, I bought like 60 the next. It is crazy how many books I buy. And not only are they causing physical stress to my bookshelves and the floor, they're stressing me out. So I decided to have a bit of a clear out. And I spontaneously did a discussion about how BookTube has become very focused on book hauls rather than like the books we've read. So after that kind of revelation, where I sort of realised that we don't need to own every single book, we don't need, well, I don't need to own every single book I've read or books that I have no interest in reading. I should fill my shelves with books that I love and that make me happy and excited. So with that said, I'm doing an unhaul, and this is the point where I would be like, here's all the books I'm unhauling, wow, look at me holding like 30 books. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm unhauling 204 books. Sorry, what? Sorry, Emma, can you say that again? 204. 204. Yeah, I know. And the thing is, I've probably miscounted, but still, what the fuck? I think of the 204, about 30 I've actually read. So that tells you just how many books I still have unread, because there's a fucking load, right? How, like, it's ridiculous that my life has gotten to this point that I have 204 books that I pretty much haven't read that I can get rid of, and I still have enough unread books to last me at least 3 years. I need to actually do a Goodreads shuffle and like take everything off and kind of like add it again, but that's for another day. This intro has been way too long for this video, and I'm just gonna get into it. No disclaimers. If there is a book that you absolutely adore and you're like, Emma, no, you will love it, please keep it, I might be persuaded, so please feel free to just leave comments below and be like, this book. I'm just kind of going to dive into it. So first off, I'm going to start with duplicate books. So don't panic if your favourite book is here. I have another copy, I don't need more than one. Blood Ransom by Sophie Mackenzie. How am I going to put these down in a neat pile? High Society by Ali Carter. The Art of Being Normal by Lisa Williams. Rivers of London by Ben Adanovich. The Valley of Secrets by Charmaine Hussey? Don't know. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. And finally, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This was my copy that I read, so I'm like reluctant to get rid of it, but I have a signed copy it's signed by John, and Hank drew an anglerfish in it, so I'm keeping that one instead of this one. Next, I have a bunch of non-fiction that I don't really read non-fiction, and I just don't see myself picking these ones up anytime soon. I have Petite Anglaise by Catherine Sanderson, which you'll remember I pretty much hauled and told you I was unhauling, so it's finally going. It's called A Breakup Because It's Broken by Greg Berend and Amira Rutula Berend. How to Be a Woman by Caitlin Moran. The Life of P.T. Barnum by P.T. Barnum. I'd have kept this one, but I bought it on a whim at the works, and I mean, the font would literally give me a migraine. It's so small. It's Okay to Laugh, Crying is Cool Too. A memoir about loving madly and letting go by Nora McInerney Permont. Still Unsolved, Great True Murder Cases by a whole bunch of people. Love Nina by Nina Steep. Stip. The Last Act of Love by Kathy Rensenbrink. I've read this, it was really good, but I am never going to pick it up again. I Call Myself a Feminist, The View from 25 Women Under 30, edited by Victoria Pepe, Rachel Holmes, Amy Annette, Martha Moss and Alice Stride. I have a few other feminism books and I don't see myself picking this one up over those. I have This Book is Gay and The Gender Games by Juno Dawson. I'm tempted to keep this one purely because it is signed, but realistically I'm not going to read it. I am interested in reading this one, however I believe it is being like reeditioned, reprinted. There's going to be like an updated version, so I'd rather have the updated one. And finally, if you guys know me, you will do the exact same thing my mom did, which was, are you okay? Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. This is the UK edition. I have the US edition that I started to read and has highlights and annotation in tabs. I don't need this one, and like it's £17 and brand new. So like my next group of books are ones that I have been sent, so these could be ARCs or finished copies like from giveaways and things. I have The Maid's Room by Fiona Mitchell. This was a Goodreads giveaway and I have no idea what it's about. Another Goodreads giveaway was Movers by Megan McIsaac. I am curious about this, so if anyone has read it, let me know. I have The Best of Adam Sharp by Graham Simison. I have The Possessions by Sarah Flannery Murphy. This again is an ARC and I have no idea what it's about. The Lucky Ones by Julianne Pacheco, no idea. Pure by Juliana Baggett, you can just make out the title. Frostblood by Ellie Blake. Wing Jones by Catherine Webber. She, Myself and I by Emma Young, which I have read but it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be, so. I Stop Somewhere by T.E. Carter. I couldn't get past like 30 pages of this. It was just disgusting basically. And finally I have two Christmas ARCs. I have The Girl Who Saved Christmas by Matt Haig and The Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher. Another ARC I have is Serafina by Rachel Hartman. I picked this up in a charity shop alongside the trade paperback of Serafina. I'm getting rid of these as well as my mass market paperback of Serafina, which I've had for about 3 or 4 years and have never read, so I just don't see myself picking it up. If I was keeping any, I'd be keeping the mass market, even though I love a trade paperback. I can't deal with her on the cover. And now we kind of enter the not read, but maybe some have been read because I have some series. We'll just go with it. These ones I think are mostly adult fiction. The 10 PM Question by Kate DeGoldie. Alice Bliss by Laura Harrington. How to Build a Girl by Caitlin Moran. Nefertiti by Michelle Moran. Look Who's Back by Timur Verns. Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. Oh gosh. I was gonna keep this, but I have got my mom to help me and she decided no. So let me know if it's worth keeping before she gets rid of all of these. Wild and Free by Wendy Holden. Duffy by Dan Cavanagh. Astray and The Sealed Letter, both by Emma Donoghue, who wrote Room. I'm curious about keeping The Sealed Letter, but I think I would rather have a paperback. The Pleasures of Men by Kate Williams. I was interested in this until it's the least, like, it's the lowest rated book on my Goodreads, so no thanks. Oh my god, some child is playing the recorder. Why? And I have The House of Silk and Moriarty, both by Anthony Horowitz. I kept saying I was going to read these and I was like, if I don't read them within a year I'll unhaul them, and it's been like 5 years, so goodbye. I lied. I have another duplicate. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. I have a paperback, so I'm getting rid of the hardback, even though I am obsessed with the end papers. The Loney by Michael... Can you hear that fucking recorder? They need to ban teaching that in schools. The Loney by Andrew Michael Hurley. Chocolat by Joanne Harris. The Butcher's Hook by Jane Ellis. My mum bought me this for Christmas because she liked the cover and the edges are my colour, and then she read the first page last night with me and was like, oh no. Oscar Wilde and The Ring of Death by Giles Brandreth. Half of the Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. The Humans by Matt Haig. The Glass Books of the Dream Eaters by G.W. Dahlquist. Dahlquist? I am quite curious about this. I don't know. The Dice Man by Luke Reinhardt. I am interested in this, but it's one of those horrible fonts, so. A Game for All the Family by Sophie Hannah. Maestra and Domina by L.S. Hilton. Fuck knows. I'm getting rid of that, doesn't matter. The Host by Stephanie Meyer, The Versions of Us by Laura Barnett, and Murder Actually by Stephen Clark. And I'm gonna put someone in the fucking murder if they keep blowing on their recorder. So I can get comfortable now. Oh fuck, my piles of oh, I can sit comfortably with my piles of books, not hemorrhoids. My next group are books that I've read. First, I have 3 World Book Day books. I have Spot the Difference by Juno Dawson, The Island by David Almond, and Kindred Spirits by Rainbow Rowell. They're alright. I don't care enough to keep them. I'm getting rid of 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I liked this when I read it and I fairly enjoyed the first season of the TV show. I'm not interested in watching the second season, and I'm also not interested in the discussion about if it encourages suicide. I don't think it does, but I just don't need this on my shelf. I'm not going to reread it, so I don't want it. See How They Lie by Sue Wallman. This was decent, but for a mystery thriller, I figured it out so damn quickly and I was just bored waiting for shit to happen. Another mystery thriller that just kind of fell flat for me was One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. All My Secret is by Sophie Mackenzie. I liked this, considering keeping it, but Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Weingarten. This was okay, but the more I think about it, the more I don't like it, and her book Bad Girls with Perfect Faces was fucking horrific, so goodbye. I'm gonna get rid of Entangled by Kat Clark. I like this. I don't like the cover. And I feel bad because I met Kat Clark recently and she's lovely, but I bought this in a charity shop, so I would actually just rather go out and buy a brand new copy and directly support her. I'm gonna get rid of Sweet Freak by Sophie Mackenzie. Yes, I know I was on a Sophie Mackenzie kick and bought like every single one of her books, and this is me unhauling both of her books that I have actually read. But I like this and I love the cover of this, but I'm not gonna reread it again, and it was quite juvenile. The Memory Book by Lara Avery. This was alright, but ironically quite forgettable. And I'm going to get rid of both of my copies of Sophie's World by Justin Gardner, including the one that I tabbed for a little bit. This book was such a fucking drag to get through, and I expected so much more from it, and it kind of just let me down. And you know, I think part of the problem I had was a lot of it, you have the kind of story of Sophie, but then you have philosophy lessons, because it was written by a philosophy teacher to teach her students, and I studied philosophy and pretty much everything that was discussed in this, so I was flicking through it like, I fucking know this, get on with the mystery. So yeah, I don't want this anymore. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith, With Malice by Eileen Cook, Ultraviolet by R.J. Anderson, Lobsters by Tom Ellen and Lucy Ivison, French for Kissing by Sophie Parkin, The One Memory of Flora Banks by Emily Barr. I have Clean by Juno Dawson. This is in the wrong pile because I have not read this. I tried to read it but I didn't like it. Lying in Wait by Liz Nugent. Lying in Wait by Liz Nugent. The Mystery of the Clockwork Sparrow by Catherine Woodfine. Fuck knows with that cursive. Along for the Ride by Sarah Desson. Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. This cover, making it so hard to get rid of it. Hateless by Jennifer Brown, Seed by Lisa Heathfield, and Geekerella by Ashley Poston. Airy by Maria Devana Headley. I loved Magonia, but this book just fell flat, and it has such a gorgeous cover, but I don't need to keep it. I'll just take a picture of the cover, or you know, Google it if I want to look at it. Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart. This was disappointing. Sunflowers in February by Philydia Shrimpton. This was a DNF for me. I just couldn't deal with it. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I'm getting rid of the Divergent trilogy. I bought this because I was curious. I was like, oh, I could do like a reading like a reading vlog where I could be really spoilerish and everyone could be like, oh my god, there's Emma's experience reading that book. And then I was like, all I really want to know is what happens in a Legion that everyone fucking hates, and I'm sure I can find a spoiler somewhere. In a similar vein, we have The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I have How Hard Can Love Be and What's a Girl Gotta Do by Holly Bourne. I do have Am I Normal Yet, but it's downstairs, so that is also going. Catching Fire and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I don't even know what happened to my copy of The Hunger Games. Fractured by Terry Terry. I think slated as book 1. and I was interested in reading it, so when I saw this I was like, oh, I'll get it, but like I haven't bought book 1 yet and I have so many books to read, so I'm not going to keep it. Blood Red Road by Moira Young. I'm not even going to explain anymore, let's just go on with it. Blood Ties by Sophie Mackenzie. I think that might be a duplicate. I've also lost some books. I'm getting rid of Fallen and Torment, and I think I have 2 more of these books like in the series somewhere in this pile. I'm getting rid of the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy by Jenny Han. I know I said feel free to like tell me to keep any books that I've mentioned, but these 3 are definitely going, and that is the AHHHHH trilogy. I'm getting rid of books 1, 2 and 4 of the Percy Jackson series. I was curious and then there was far too many books, so I don't care. Raised by Wolves and Trial by Fire by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. These are werewolf books. It is a no from me. And I have The Various, The Celendine and Winterwood by Steve Ogard. I don't even know. It's a trilogy about fucking fairies. And it does sound really good, but after The Cruel Prince, I want nothing to do with fairies that are not the illustrated flower fairy poems that I loved as a kid. The Lost Girl by Lillian Carmine. I have a whole bunch of Amanda Hocking books. I have a whole bunch of them and I don't know which ones are which series in which order, so they're just gonna disappear from my life. Angle change because my SD card filled up and I am stressed. Oh my gosh. So we were here. I'm getting rid of this trade paperback of City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare because I'm getting rid of my whole Cassandra Clare collection. I have Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows. Oh no, it's not my whole collection, sorry. I have The Mortal Instruments and I have The Vane Chronicles and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, and I don't have the fucking energy to read like 10,000 spin-off series, so fuck Cassandra Clare and her ridiculous amount of books. I have lost so much light. Die For Me by Amy Plum. I bought this because Paris. Wolf Hollow by Lauren Wolk. School for Good and Evil by Saman Chinani. Goodnight Mr. Tom by Michelle Megorian. Inkheart by Cornelia Funke. Aragon and Eldest by Christopher Polini. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. Henry Tumor by Anthony McGowan. The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. Catching Stars by Kayla Keenan. A Note of Madness by Tabitha Suzuma. The Oval Service by Alan Gardner. Cyrano by Geraldine McCaughrean. The Dead Don't Hurt Us by P.F. Cairns. When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit by Judith Kerr. Ingo by Helen Dunmore. This is a signed copy, so I don't know. Ironside and Tithe by Holly Black. Another Illcrate book, The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I have no interest in reading Love, Simon, Simon vs. Homo Sapiens Agenda, Simon in general, or this, or Becky Albertalli. The Accidental Life of Jeffy Jefferson. The Accidental Life of Jesse Jefferson by Paige Toon. We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach. Fell by Jen Ashworth. I am losing the will to live, guys. I just want to go to bed. Don't Tell by Sandra Glover. Maggot Moon by Sally Gardner. I want to listen to the audiobook of this. The narrator being Robert Madge, who played Gavroche in Les Mis 25. Fun fact. Look at this lighting. I could have made it cozy and put my lamp on, but fuck it. This is a process. Just Henry by Michelle Megorian. Knots and Crosses by Mallory Blackman. Waves by Sharon Dogar. Hollow Earth by John and Carol Barrowman. The Conjurer by John and Carol Barrowman. Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. When It Happens by Susan Colasanti. I Am Number 4 by Pittacus Lore. Rooftoppers by Catherine Rundle. Born at Midnight by Cece Hunter. Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. Oh my god, it's so dark. Starters and Enders by Lisa Price. I don't fucking know. We have Prophecy of Days by Christy Radecki. And we have Sarah Dessen, Once and For All, The Truth About Forever. I need to stop singing. The Truth About Celia Frost by Paula Rossowthorne. Juno Dawson's Margot and Me. Life and Death, Twilight Reimagined by Stephanie Meyer. New World Rising by Jennifer Wilson. The Dead House by Anne Cassidy. A Good Hiding by Shirley Ann McMillan. Our Chemical Hearts by Crystal Sutherland. Shell by Paula Ross Thorne again. Whoa, curious. The Kiss by Lucy Courtney. 11 by Tom Rogers. Holes by Louis Sachar. Everneath by Brodie Ashton. Remade by a shitload of people. The Manifesto on How to Be Interesting by Holly Bourne. This Song Will Save Your Life by Layla Sales. Will Grayson and Hold Me Closer by John Green and David Levithan. Pig Heart Boy by Mallory Blackman. One Wish by Michelle Harrison. And Tide by Daniela Sacerdote. Nearly there, nearly there. The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. Gone by Michael Grant. Skies Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. Through a Glass Darkly by Justin Garder. One Dark Throne by Kendar Blake, which I could get rid of. This isn't One Dark Throne, this is, yes it is. What's the other one? Three Dark Crowns. That shite. And fuckingly, The Songwriter and Pretty Trilogy by Jenny Han. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay guys, that is like all 204 fucking books that I'm getting rid of. This was a struggle and a fucking half. Note to self, don't buy so many fucking books and you don't have to put yourself through this fucking pain. If someone can tell me how many times I said the word fuck or fucking or any variation of fuckity fuck fuck, let me know and I can send you none of these books because shipping's expensive. Oh, if you guys have watched this and suffered with me, thank you so much. You are a star. I'm like leaning down so far, it's so fucking dark. Well, this video did not go as well as I had anticipated. I mean, I'm currently like crouching down. I'm not even crouching, I'm just like stooped over, hunchbacked, like I'm just trying to like get myself, oh there we go. See, if I get the light from the viewfinder. Anyway, you guys, if you've watched this far, you're all absolutely amazing. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to edit this because I'm just going to be like, ugh. I'm not redoing it though because this was a fucking ass to film. I'm so tired. I'm gonna sleep for like a week. If my vlog's not up on Sunday, this is why, because this is Saturday and I cannot be fucked with this. I don't even care. Half my face is it's out of shot. Fuck this. What the? Oh, bye.